Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. It is Tuesday morning, about 8 o'clock, and I'm heading out to go to my part-time job for a few hours. I should be able to put in a good amount of hours at that job this week because I don't have a lot of cakes, thank goodness, because the past 2 weeks have been very busy, grueling with cakes, so I'm actually quite grateful that I don't have that many orders this week. It should be a pretty light, easy week, a chill week, which is fine because there's a lot of just like house maintenance or chores and life chores that I need to do. It'll just be a good kind of reset week. But yeah, for now I need to head out the door and go to work. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I don't think I showed you guys my new book pick. I decided to read the ACOTAR series. It has come highly recommended from, all of TikTok and a few friends. So I'm only on chapter 2, but it already seems like something I would like. It's because, it's kind of sci-fi and I'm into that. So far it's really good. And the writing is really good. And then I was listening to a podcast today on the way to work. I listened to a few different ones, but it's called What We Said. I keep up with all of their episodes, and in their intro today they were talking about it's two friends that run the podcast, and they were talking about their recent book reads. They've been reading a lot of Kristen Hanna books, and they were talking about how their next read needs to be Firefly Lane. And I had no idea that Firefly Lane was a book. I thought it was just a TV show. It was on Netflix, and I watched the whole thing all the way through, and it was absolutely incredible. Apparently she writes very depressing books, which is kind of sad, but that tracks because that show was kind of depressing, but very, very good. And so I think I'm gonna put that on my TBD list because I had no idea it was a book, and I just know like everything that's turned into a show or a movie, the book is always 10 times better. So I definitely want to read that in the future. But for now, the ACOTAR series is on my list. I think it's like 3 or 4 books, so I should be occupied for a while. I just love the color also of this book cover. It's like not red, not orange, not pink, but if you mixed all 3, I feel like that's the color. It's very bright and pretty, and I'm not usually one for bright colors, but in a book, I guess it just catches my attention. It also feels really good. Is that weird? It's like this matte kind of cover. I don't know, but it's good. Good so far. I don't have a whole lot going on at work. I had one job, got it done. I didn't have anything else in the mail, so busy work it is. But I do need to plan out my week this week. So I brought my planner with me to work, and I'm gonna plan that out. I got a package. I'm trying out some new skincare. So I looked into Lily Reinhart's skincare line called Personal Day, and I didn't want to buy all of the full-size stuff. I've been wanting to get it since the new year. I think it came out at the end of last year, but I didn't want to buy like all the full-size stuff. Just in case my skin had a reaction to it or something, because I do have sensitive skin. So she put out a travel size mini set, and I bought that so that I can try it, and if it hurts my face, then oh well, I didn't lose too much. Okay, so here is the mini. It's the Daily Self-Discovery Set. And we've got it's a cleansing powder that you actually mix with water. So I got that. The salicylic acid acne treatment and the moisturizer. They're so cute, they're so little. And I did get a full-size item. I got the hypochlorous acid spray. I've been wanting a hypochlorous acid, and so what led me to buy this stuff was because whenever she released the line, you know, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and whenever she released it, she only had maybe 4 items on there. So when I saw that she added this and the mini set, I thought, okay, now would be a good time to try it, because hypochlorous acid it's meant to mimic like what your white blood cells do in your body. So if you get a cut or acne or something like that, you just spray it on there and it helps it heal so much faster. So I am really trying to get this chin acne that I've got going on under control. So I figured this, and we'll try the daily stuff and see how it goes. The packaging is really beautiful too. It's also like this smooth matte finish. That's cool. I wanted to show you guys my Mother's Day setup. So we sent my mom flowers last year, like we had them delivered from a floral shop, and that's honestly expensive, and I can't swing that for 2 moms this year. So I went to Target and they had these really pretty tulips, and they're not quite open yet. And so I got a pack of white and a pack of pink for Christian's mom and my mom. And then I went to the dollar store and I got some vases to put them in. They look a little weird right now, but I'm gonna keep trimming them and rewatering them until Sunday, and make them look a lot nicer on Mother's Day. And I'm gonna go see my mother-in-law, and then I'll see my mom, of course. So I got my mom this card. There's no otter mom like you. And I'm gonna get my siblings to sign it. And then for my mother-in-law, I thought this was really funny. Here's a Mother's Day card from your son. And then the inside says, bought, signed, and sent by your daughter-in-law, because he probably won't be there for Sunday. So that's my little Mother's Day setup. They're really pretty color though. They're very vibrant in person. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna do a TikTok recipe, of course. It's street corn chicken bowls. So I mean, it's not anything. I've done street corn dip before, and like side dishes that are street corn, or like street corn inspired. So it's not anything that I necessarily haven't done in the past, but I was just scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I think it's someone that I follow, and the video popped up, and I thought that definitely sounds really good, so I saved it for this week. So it should be pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and prep the street corn dip stuff and just let it sit in the fridge. And then later, all I'll have to do is make the rice and make the chicken. So it should be minimal prep, I think. Hopefully minimal dishes too. We'll see. I'm going to try my new skincare, but first I need to take my makeup off. So I normally use this Burt's Bees oil and cleanse it off, and then I'll do this. So it's a powder that it says to add a quarter-size amount to wet palms and then massage that to make a creamy foam. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Okay, so then I was reading the back of this hypochlorous acid spray, and it says you can use it as the toner, so I'm gonna do that. I really think this is gonna be the ticket for healing my acne. Fingers crossed. And then I've got the salicylic acid acne treatment, which is hyaluronic acid, azelaic acid, and niacinamide. Pretty good all-around serum. Everything is unscented, which I appreciate because why do you need all that fragrance added to skincare anyways? And then the moisturizer. I really like how it feels on my face. There's no like tingling or burning, so that's a good sign as far as my skin usually being sensitive, and I'm always afraid to try new stuff, so that's nice. Okay, I have an early day tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the hay, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. I just got back from the gym, made myself some breakfast. I'm trying out these new Kodiak protein pancakes. Not new, but new to me. So I got the blueberry and I got the regular, so I'm doing one of each, and I just put a little bit of salted butter on top. And then I'm eating some cottage cheese and an apple. And I made my coffee, of course. Today was chest and triceps at the gym, and then I did 15 minutes on the treadmill at an incline of 12 as like my cool down. That was my workout today. It was good, always good. I did legs with my trainer on Monday and they're still very sore. We focused on quads and glutes, and that's exactly what is very sore, is quads and glutes. So it was definitely a good workout. It stormed really bad here last night. It was lightning, thundering, monsooning. So Ray, my dog, of course, she just gets so nervous with thunderstorms, so she was curled up next to my head, poor thing. Woke me up a couple of times. She's shaking and she breathes real heavy, so I just was trying to comfort her the best I could. It wasn't too bad. She just curled up next to me, and I put the blanket kind of halfway over her. I didn't want to like overheat her or anything, but and I just kind of slept with my hand on her to let her know that I was right there. And it seems like it's gonna continue raining. It's really dreary this morning, so we'll see. I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I'm gonna take a shower. It's hair wash day. I'm gonna get ready for work, and then work my part-time job for a few hours, and then come home, and I've got cake stuff to do, so should have a pretty jam-packed day. I decided not to wash my hair because it's really gross outside, and I figured it would be kind of pointless. It's one of those days where all I want to do is lay in bed and cuddle my dogs because it's raining, it's gloomy, my cycle is in full effect today. I'm crampy, bloated, just feeling like a shell of a woman. And I'm tired, so just gonna try to trudge through the day, maybe get myself like a pick-me-up drink or something, like an I'm feeling sorry for myself treat. So today is actually Christian's birthday. He's 39 today, and it's a big bummer because we can't hang out. But what he's doing, his training is he's like working in shifts. So he works a shift today at like 2:45. So I'm gonna leave work and go get him some lunch and go tell him happy birthday in person. And then we're supposed to have lunch with his parents on Saturday, kind of a late birthday, early Mother's Day celebration. So that'll be nice. It'll be in between his shifts again. I'm gonna leave here and go grab him lunch and head that way.
All right, I am so sorry about that. What can I get started for you?
I just need to pick up a mobile order for Kristen.
You said Kristen?
Yes.
Awesome. I got you. I'll have that ready at the window. Thank you for your patience.
Of course.
Hey, for Kristen, right? Awesome. There we go.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
You too.
Thank you for choosing my dog. What can I get for you?
I'm picking up a mobile order.
Okay, what's your code?
WD33.
Okay, Miss Kristen.
Yes.
Hi, you can go around.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. If you can just pull right there next to that stall 4, we'll have it right after you though.
Thank you. I brought Christian his lunch and he sent me home with laundry to bring back to him tomorrow. I'm sure they have washing facilities on site, but I had already told him prior, I was like, since you're gonna be so close, if you need me to bring you anything or wash your laundry with detergent that actually smells good, just let me know. So he wants me to bring this back to him tomorrow. But yeah, so I'll get this washed up and I need to get started on some cake stuff. I've got an order this week for 100 cake pops and they're for a graduation. So I've actually done these same exact ones before, but they have these little graduation caps on them. So I want to cut out the graduation caps so that they can sit out and harden and that they'll hold their structure whenever I put them on the cake pops. And then I also have to make little tassels that go on them too. So I might do that. I'm not sure because I need them to be a certain shape. So I may have to wait to do those. But I'm definitely gonna get the grad caps done. I'm just setting up my station now. I'm making hamburger bowls for dinner. So I'm gonna cut up some potatoes and get those going in the oven because they're gonna take a while in the oven. I want them to be like nice and crispy. I usually don't ever give them enough time to roast in the oven, so I want to make sure I do that this time, and then I'll come work on this. And this is what over 100 squares looks like. That took me a while, but I cut out a few extra, you know, just in case one of them breaks or something like that. You always want to have extra. I got an Amazon package in, and I think it's the stuff that I need for these cake pops, so I'm gonna find out. These are the gold sprinkles that go on them. And then I've never had a proper like stand, like a drying stand for them. So I found this pack on Amazon where you could get 2 drying stands as well as 100 bags and cake pop sticks with ties, but I actually have to use a ribbon for them. But it was a really good deal because it was like $9 for everything. Because whenever I dip them, I can just put them right in here so that they can dry. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I am all ready for work and I'm gonna go in for a few hours. And I have quite a bit to do today. I need to run to Walmart whenever I get off of work, get a couple of things. I have to complete a cake today and those 100 cake pops, which that's gonna take me quite some time because she wants to pick up tomorrow morning, so I want to have them completely done today. That way I'm not stressing, and that includes packaging them up and everything. So I'll be on that for quite some time, I'm sure. While I'm at work today, you know, being the productive person that I am, being the hard worker, should I say, while I'm at work, I am going to get together everything that I need for my nephew's birthday party and order it. I've been browsing, I've been looking up ideas, I've done a few things, but I need to get like the balloons ordered and the tablecloths and whatnot. So, cause his party is in like 10 days. So I need to get everything here. I'm ordering everything from Amazon, I believe. And then I'll get the tablecloths and cutlery and like plates and stuff from Walmart. So that'll be part of my Walmart trip today. But yeah, I'm gonna get all that done at work today, and then we'll just keep on rolling. I've been up since 4:30 because I needed to go to the gym. I needed to wash my hair, so I've had a very early morning and I've been tired. I wanted to go back to bed so badly, but I knew that I would thank myself later if I got up and went, so I did it. And yeah, now I'm gonna gather my stuff up and head to work. I almost forgot that I need to put dinner in the crock pot. I'm doing Mississippi pot roast, which is super easy, so just throw a roast in there, a chuck roast, stick of butter, packet of ranch, packet of, normally it's Lipton onion soup mix, but I just got the knockoff brand. Same thing. And then some banana peppers, or at least that's what I call them. Pepperoncinis, however you say it. And then I'll put a little bit of the juice. And la voila, cover it on low. Okay, now let's go to work. I've been at work for a while now, but I've been brainstorming for my nephew's birthday, like everything that I need to get. And I've got everything on Amazon as far as balloon arch, table decorations, and things like that. And oh, I'm gonna do, instead of a cake, I'm gonna do cupcakes and cookies. But I saw, when I was looking on Amazon for party supplies, I came across mini pizza boxes, and they were so cute. They were like 3.5 inches square, and I thought, instead of, because I was gonna originally do a cookie cake that looks like a pizza, or a couple of cookie cakes to feed everybody. So instead I'm gonna do mini pizzas in these little boxes and just have them stacked up on the table, and people can grab a little pizza, but it's a cookie. And then I'm gonna do cupcakes. I'll show you the idea that I found for the cupcakes. I found ideas for like signs, and as far as food and drink, we're obviously gonna do pizza. And then I asked my mom about like a pasta salad, because I thought just pizza would be kind of lame. Sorry, I got a call. That like never happens. That phone rings like, I don't know, twice a month maybe when I'm here. But anyway, so we're gonna do pizza. I was thinking like cheese pepperoni supreme pizzas, so that there's a variety. And then I asked my mom about a pasta salad, so she's gonna make a pasta salad. And then for drinks, I was just thinking water, juice, soda. Keep it really simple. But I'm gonna show you on Pinterest what I've found. And then I'm gonna go to Walmart when I get off work. Their plates and napkins and things like that are just so much cheaper than anywhere. That's usually what I do, is I'll just get solid color plates, napkins, and forks that, or whatever cutlery we need that go with the theme. So I'm gonna do that later. So I literally only found a few ideas, but this is the idea for the cupcakes. I'm gonna do a vanilla one or a funfetti one. I thought that would be more fun for kids. And then a chocolate one, and they're each gonna look like a big slice. And then I wanted to go for this, you can kind of disregard that. I'm not really gonna use that anymore. But these are the ideas for the pizza cookies, kind of, just to give me something to refer to. And then for the balloons, I'm doing red, orange, yellow, green. I might sprinkle in some white to break it up. I found red inflatable, like metallic Mylar balloons on Amazon for that say slice slice baby. So I'm gonna make probably a white backdrop, put that on there, and then have the balloon arch. That's what I'm envisioning in my head. I'm gonna do red gingham tablecloths because I feel like that'll kind of fit the vibe for like the pizzeria theme. And then I found the cutest table runner on Amazon. It's pizza themed. So I'm thinking red gingham tablecloth, pizza table runner, and then I'll have the pizza slice cupcake cakes with the cookie boxes like in the middle. And then we can do another table for actual food. And then we'll have a gift table as well. And I think that'll be plenty. And the activity that they're doing is a water slide, so you can't go wrong with that. And I feel like water slides, warm days, pizza, sodas, juice is perfect for a party. So I feel accomplished with that. Just need to get everything ordered so that it's here on time. And I'll be working on setting all of that up next week. Okay guys, I'm gonna get started on these cake pops. They wanted 100 total, 3 different flavors. So we've got lemon, red velvet, and vanilla. I'm gonna start with vanilla. And my plan is to scoop them all out. I'm gonna lay some parchment paper down, scoop them all out, and then I'll go back and form them into their little balls so that like they're nice and round. Dip the cake pop sticks into them. Yeah, and thankfully they all look the same, so it's like pretty repetitive. Hopefully it won't take forever. I know it probably will because this is just a tedious thing, but it is what it is. Well, that took forever, but they're finally all rolled up and they look nice. So I think the hard part is over. I'm gonna put the sticks in them, and then really all that's left is dipping and decorating, which shouldn't be too bad. Alright, this is where we're at for the night, but I am losing steam, so I'm not gonna completely finish them tonight. She's not coming until 12 tomorrow, so I have a little bit of time to finish them and get them wrapped up, but I need to go to bed. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. It's actually almost afternoon, but I was just having kind of like a crunch time sort of morning. Those cake pops definitely took me way longer than I thought they would. I don't know why I didn't think that they would take that long. But, you know, I feel like as I'm doing things like that, I always think if I were to ever do this order again, what I could do next time to make it easier or quicker or whatever it may be. But, so that was going through my head the entire time. I started, let's see, I had baked the cakes on Wednesday and wrapped them up and put them in the fridge. And then yesterday, I went in the kitchen at, I think it was like 2:30. Whenever I actually started working on them, I was scooping them out, rolling them, and it's just a tedious thing because you have to scoop them all out, but the scoop doesn't turn them into a perfect ball, and I have yet to find a scoop that will do that. And for this, I know that there's different shapes you can do for cake pops, but for this specific order, I needed them to be in a ball form. So I had to scoop them all out. I did all 100, and then I went back and hand rolled all 100 to make sure that they were spherical. And then I had to put the lollipop sticks in them, all 100. I wrapped them up, made dinner, ate dinner, and then went right into dipping them. So I saw this idea on TikTok. I've been seeing it a few times where people will put a hand massager to the end of the cake pop stick whenever they dip it in the chocolate, and it vibrates it and drips the chocolate off. And so I tried that. Great idea, by the way, miracle worker. I was having to hand dip them, do the chocolate, like drip the chocolate off, and then I had to put the sprinkles on them, let them dry. And you know, I had done the fondant work for them days ago on like Tuesday and let that dry overnight, a couple of nights. So I got as far as dipping them all the way and putting the black part of the grad cap on top last night, and it was like 9:30 when I got to that point, and I was so burnt out, so tired. I had been working on them for what, almost 7 hours, give or take a little bit, for making dinner. So I decided to wrap them up, leave them, and I would get up this morning. She wasn't coming until 12, so I figured that was plenty of time. I had to go back, put all of the little tassels on them this morning. Then I had to individually bag all of them and tie little bows on all of them, and that took me, let's see, I think I got in the kitchen at like 7:30 and I got done at 11. So 3.5 hours and that's all I did for 3.5 hours, was put the tassels on, bag them up, and tie the bows. That took so long. Like, I feel like you wouldn't think it would take that long, but it took so long. So anyway, I'm really glad that's over. She picked them up, she loved them, so that's wonderful. I have one other cake picking up today. I decorated it and it's in the fridge, but she's not coming till around 3. And then I have an order that I need to deliver at 5. I made the cupcakes for it. I just have to decorate them, and then I have to make some chocolate chip cookies, so I'm about to go do that. But I've just got a lot of catching up to do today. Like, I really need to do some laundry, I need to do some cleaning, and I just don't know if there's going to be enough time in the day. But I'm really glad that after today I don't have any pickups tomorrow, so maybe I can just kind of reset tomorrow, which would be amazing. So I'm gonna get in there, get these cookies done, and keep it moving. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I sort of forgot that I was filming yesterday, so that's why I didn't get many clips after a certain time. But anyways, this morning is a little, I think that's what threw me off, is like yesterday was a little strange and today's gonna be a little strange because all of my cake stuff was due yesterday and I don't have anything today, which is really nice actually. So I'm gonna take advantage of it and I'm gonna have kind of like a slow day of doing whatever. We are, Christian and I are supposed to go meet his parents for lunch, like a really late lunch at 3 p.m. So this morning, in lieu of going to the gym, I decided to go for a walk because it is the first sunny day in like a week. It's just been so dreary and rainy all week and I don't know if it's gonna last all day, but it's pretty right now. So I'm gonna go and get a walk in, and then I think I'm gonna treat myself to a coffee from Starbucks probably. I'm gonna go to Rouse's and get some fresh flowers because my tulips that I got for Mother's Day are looking sad. I really thought that they would last longer, but I've never had tulips in a vase, so I wasn't sure because most of the time whenever I get fresh flowers, they last at least 2 weeks with me like trimming them and changing the water every few days, but these did not last. And I want to give his mom and my mom some fresh flowers. I'm gonna go do that, and Rouse's always has such a beautiful selection, so I can put something together. But I'm just putting some sunscreen on for my walk. I already put the sunscreen on my face, so if I'm looking kind of greasy, that's why. This stuff smells really good. It's Hawaiian Tropic, and it smells like coconutty, and it makes me really shiny. I kind of like it. But yeah, I'm excited for today, so let's head out on a walk. All right, walk is done. The walk that I go on is the one that my husband and I would go every Sunday, and it's the same route. It's just under 3 miles and it usually takes about an hour to do. It took me 54 minutes today. I think I'm a little bit quicker by myself because when him and I go together, we talk the whole time, so it maybe slows down our pace a little bit, but it's a really good walk because you get a little, like, your muscles are tired. We might get a little sweaty depending on the weather, so like it's a good walk, it's a good exercise. So that's normally what we would do on Sundays. I'm not really sure how that's gonna look for me now that he's gone, but I do live in a pretty safe area, so I feel comfortable going by myself. Hello, baby. But yeah, I definitely want to keep it up. So I think since I went for a walk today, tomorrow, instead of going on a Sunday walk, I'll do like an arm day at the gym or something. She just ate, so she wanted to breathe on me. And now she's gonna do her rubbing that she does. This is what she does whenever she finishes eating. I don't know why. It's like she's rubbing off her beard or something, like a napkin. She'll like run it along the bed or like the back of the couch. I'm like, why do you do it? There's nothing on her. She doesn't eat wet food. She's so funny. Okay, so now I'm gonna head out to get flowers and get myself a coffee and some breakfast. Girlfriend, are you done? Are you done? You're so noisy. Hi, baby. You're so cute. I love you. Well, I hit the jackpot with the flowers. I got a bunch, and I'm just gonna rearrange a couple of bouquets. So I thought these were really pretty. They're like a peachy pink color. I love these. I've bought these for myself before, and I'm obsessed with them. They're called Snapdragons, and they're just so cool. I love them, and they're very vibrant, like purpley color. It's like purpley pink. And then these are a similar color to the Snapdragons. These are, it just says pom-poms. I wonder if that's like the actual name of the flower. And then pretty much any lily of any sort is my favorite. And these are beautiful. So I got a pack of those. And then for filler, baby's breath is always a good filler, so I just got some baby's breath. And then of course I picked up Starbucks. I got my usual, the brown sugar shaken espresso with some egg bites and a bagel. So I'm gonna go enjoy that, and then I will put together these bouquets. I'm really excited. I love a good like variety in a bouquet, and it's gonna look so much better than the poor tulips. Well, I'm no florist, but I think they look really good. I like this. I think it's pretty. Hey, I'm pretty again. Minus my outfit. I decided to wash my hair. It wasn't hair washing day, but I figured I wanted it to look nice, and that way I don't have to wash it early in the morning for church. So, because I would have had to wash it tomorrow, and I have to get up so early for church, so if I don't wash it, I don't have to get up near as early. Now I'm painting my nails. It's been a minute since I've had anything on my nails. I used to get acrylics on them. I was doing that for a little while, but you know, it gets expensive and it's really damaging, but we're trying to save every penny we can so that we can reach the goals we want, like buying land and building a house. And going to the nail salon once a month was about $150 every time between my fingernails and my toenails. So I stopped doing that a few months ago, and I have all of this stuff to do gel nails at home because I used to do it when I was younger. Yeah, I was letting them grow out and heal a little bit. They're still very, very short, but they look a lot better than they used to. And I picked this kind of rosy pink color. I thought it would be good for like springtime. And I'm gonna wear a black romper that you've probably seen on me. Yeah, I've worn it recently. It's from my last Nuuly order, and the romper is from Anthropologie, and it's really pretty. I need to return this Nuuly order. I'm probably gonna do that on Monday and get a new order because it's been about a month. But I'm actually gonna rent the same romper again because my mom wants to borrow it for a wedding that she has towards the end of May, and then I have a couple's shower at the end of May, and I thought it would be perfect for that. So I'm gonna rent it again, but I have to return the one that I currently have and just rent the same thing. But yeah, I'm gonna finish painting my nails. I'm kind of just waiting for Christian to give me the okay to come get him. off the base, and then we're gonna meet his parents at Half Shell. I love Half Shell. It's so good. It's a seafood restaurant, but it's the Half Shell Oyster House, so they're known for their oysters, and they definitely have the best oysters, in my opinion, down here, so I love going there. Okay, I don't have enough time to paint my toes, but at least I got my nails done. And now I need to head out. So I'm gonna grab those flowers and get going.